If you've ever been completely open with a man and watched him slowly pull away, this video will show you what happened in his brain. I'm a man, and I need to tell you something uncomfortable. There are 5 pieces of information that, when shared too early, triggers something in the male brain that makes us withdraw. Not because we're shallow, not because we don't want honesty, but because of how our brains process information about value, investment, and timing. Growing up as the bridge between my divorced parents, I watched my mother share everything with my father. Her fears, her past relationships, her insecurities, how much she loved him, everything. And I watched him pull further away every single time, not because he didn't love her, but because his brain was overloaded. And instead of saying, "I can't process all of this," he just shut down. Here's what I learned watching that pattern destroy their relationship. Men and women bond completely differently. You bond through sharing. We bond through doing. And when you share everything in week 1, you think you're building intimacy. He thinks he's being interviewed for a position he didn't apply for. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 5 types of information that make men withdraw, what's happening in his nervous system when you share them, and why timing changes everything. I know, clarity is gold. Let's go. Before I tell you what the 5 things are, I need you to understand something. This is not about lying. This is not about playing games. This is not about being fake. This is about understanding that disclosure has consequences, and those consequences are different for men than they are for women. You think sharing creates closeness, and for you, it does. But for him, too much information too fast doesn't feel like intimacy. It feels like pressure. So these 5 things, they're not secrets you keep forever. They're information you protect until he's earned the right to know. Until there's trust. Until there's investment. Because trust isn't built in week 1. It's built over time. All right. Here's what's happening. Thing number 1. How quickly you've fallen for him. You're excited about him. You think he's different. You don't want to play games, so you tell him how you feel. I really like you. I think about you all the time. I can't wait to see you again. You're exactly what I've been looking for. And you watch something shift in his energy. He gets quieter, more distant. The texts get shorter. Here's what just happened in his brain. When a man is pursuing you, his brain is flooded with dopamine. The same chemical you get from gambling, from cocaine, from anything uncertain that might give you a reward. And that dopamine high, that's what keeps him thinking about you when he should be focused on work. That's what makes him text you first thing in the morning. But dopamine doesn't stick around. It spikes during uncertainty and crashes when the outcome becomes clear. So the moment you say, "I really like you," the moment you answer the question his brain has been obsessing over, the dopamine drops. And when the dopamine drops, he confuses that chemical crash with the feeling fading. He thinks, I'm not feeling it as much anymore. Maybe she's not the one. But it's not about you. It's about his brain chemistry. I've been that guy. Multiple times. I've pursued a woman intensely. She confessed feelings, and suddenly I felt less excited. And I blamed her. She came on too strong. The mystery is gone. But really, my dopamine just crashed and I didn't understand what was happening. Here's the painful part. You can't logic your way out of this. You can't explain to him that he's experiencing a dopamine withdrawal, because he doesn't know that's what's happening. He just knows he's less excited than he was yesterday. So what you're left with is this. Show him you're interested through your actions. Say yes to dates. Engage when he texts. Smile when you see him. Be warm, but don't say the words. Not yet. Let him wonder. Let his brain stay in that uncertain dopamine-fueled state a little longer. Because the man who's actually serious will show up consistently enough that you won't need to announce your feelings. He'll already know. Thing number 2. Your complete relationship history. He asks casually over dinner, "So what have your past relationships been like?" And you think honesty means transparency. So you tell him, the guy who cheated, the one who couldn't commit, the one you thought was the one but turned out to be emotionally unavailable. All of it. Here's what's happening in his brain while you're talking. If you list several relationships, he's doing math. How many guys has she been with? How long did each one last? Why didn't they work out? What makes me different? If you list very few, he's wondering why. Is she difficult to be with? Is she too picky? What's wrong that no one stayed? If you talk about an ex with any detail, good or bad, he starts comparing himself. Am I better than that guy? Am I making the same mistakes he made? If you talk about an ex with emotion, pain, anger, nostalgia, he assumes you're not over it. Even if you are. There is no right answer to this question, because it's not actually a question, it's a test. And here's what he's testing. Is she selective? Does she have standards? Or does she just fall for anyone who pursues her? The cruel irony. The more detailed your answer, the less selective you seem. Because selective people guard their history. They don't give it away for free in week 2. I've asked this question many times. And here's what I was actually looking for. A vague confirmation that she's had relationships, learned from them, and isn't carrying visible baggage into this one. That's it. I didn't want names. I didn't want timelines. I didn't want to know who hurt her or how. Because the moment I have that information, I'm not focused on us anymore. I'm focused on them. I'm comparing. I'm calculating. I'm wondering if I'm just the next name on a list. Your past is not public record. It's earned information. And he hasn't earned it yet. So when he asks, give him the summary, not the documentary. I've been in relationships. Some taught me what I want. Some taught me what I don't. But I'm not really focused on my past right now. I'm more interested in what's in front of me. Notice what that does? Acknowledges the question, gives zero detail, redirects to him, and subtly signals that he's more interesting than your history. You didn't lie. You just didn't volunteer information that works against you. Thing number 3, your insecurities before there's trust. You're building connection. You want him to see the real you, not just the polished version. So you share what you're struggling with. I have really bad anxiety. I struggle with body image. I don't think I'm that interesting. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough. You think you're being vulnerable. Here's what he's thinking. Am I signing up to be her therapist? Is she going to need constant reassurance? Is this going to be my job now? Let me be really clear about something. Vulnerability is not the same as insecurity. Vulnerability is, I deal with anxiety, I'm working on it, I see a therapist, I'm learning how to manage it better. That's strength, that's self-awareness. That's someone who has struggles but is actively taking responsibility for them. Insecurity is, I have anxiety and I don't know what to do, and I need you to tell me I'm okay and I'm scared you're going to leave because of it. That's unprocessed pain, and you're asking him to hold it for you before he even knows you. Men are not wired to be emotional first responders for women we just met. We'll do that for a woman we love. We'll sit in discomfort for a partner who's proven she's worth it. But in the beginning, before trust, before investment, it just feels heavy. I watched my mother do this with my father for years. She would share every fear, every insecurity, every doubt, looking for him to validate her, reassure her, tell her she was enough. And I watched him retreat. Not because he was heartless, but because he didn't have the capacity to hold her emotional weight and his own at the same time. And instead of saying, "I can't do this," he just went silent. Here's the pattern I learned. Share your humanity, but not your unhealed wounds. Share your growth, but not your crisis. And only share after he's demonstrated he can handle it. Because the right man will make space for your insecurities. But not in week 2, in month 6, after he knows you, after he's chosen you, after trust exists. You're not hiding. You're just understanding that some things need a foundation before they can be carried. Quick note, if this is landing, if you're seeing your patterns clearly for the first time, hit subscribe. I started Her Psyche to decode male psychology from the inside. I'm the bridge between what men think and what women need to hear. Do hit that subscribe. Thing number 4, how much you make. Whether you significantly out-earn him or make significantly less, announcing it early creates a dynamic that's hard to undo. If he finds out early that you make more than him, one of 2 things happens in his head. Either he feels inadequate. What can I even provide for her that she doesn't already have? Or he sees you as a resource. She's set. Maybe she can help me out. Neither of those is attraction. That's insecurity or opportunism. If he finds out early that you make significantly less, he starts doing the math. If this gets serious, am I going to be financially responsible for her? Is she looking for someone to take care of her? Again, not attraction. That's calculation. My father struggled with this his entire marriage. My mother was financially independent, and instead of that being a neutral fact, it became a source of tension, because he was raised to believe that a man's value is in his ability to provide, and if she didn't need him to provide, what was his purpose? He never said this out loud, but I could see it in how he reacted when she paid for things, in how he withdrew when she made big financial decisions without consulting him. It wasn't about the money. It was about what the money represented, his sense of being needed. Here's the psychology. Men tie their value to their usefulness. If we can't provide something you need, financially, physically, emotionally, we struggle to understand why you'd choose us. This doesn't mean you should pretend to be helpless. It means you don't eliminate his ability to contribute before he's even emotionally invested. Let him find out about your financial independence later, when he already loves you, when it doesn't threaten his sense of purpose, when it becomes a positive instead of a barrier. In week 1, let him pay for dinner. Let him help you with something. Give him the space to feel useful, not because you need it, but because he needs to feel like he has something to offer. Timing changes everything. Thing number 5, how quickly you need him to make a decision about you. He asks, "So what are you looking for?" And you think the honest answer is, "I want a serious relationship. I want marriage eventually. I want kids." I don't have time to waste on people who aren't serious. And you watch him mentally back away. Here's what just happened. He doesn't hear, "I know what I want." He hears, "I need you to fit into my plan right now, or you're wasting my time." Pressure, agenda, expectation, timeline, and men resist agendas. Even when we want the same things, if it feels like we're being slotted into a pre-existing plan, we pull back, because it stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like an obligation. I've felt this. A woman I was dating told me on the second date that she wanted to be married within 2 years and have kids by 30. And she asked if I was on the same timeline. I was 24. I did want those things eventually. But hearing it framed as her timeline, with me as a potential participant, made me feel like I was interviewing for a role, not building a connection. I ended it a week later, not because I didn't like her, but because I felt like I was being evaluated for compliance, not chosen for me. Here's the difference. Pressure. I'm looking for someone serious. I don't have time to waste. I need to know where this is going. Openness. I'm open to something real if it happens naturally, but I'm not trying to force anything. I'd rather see how we connect. Same ultimate goal, totally different energy. One feels like a checklist. The other feels like an invitation. Men need to believe that commitment was our idea, that we chose it, not that we submitted to it. So let him arrive at the decision on his own timeline. And if he doesn't arrive, you have your answer, without having chased him for it. If you recognized yourself in 3 or more of these, I need you to hear something. You are not manipulative for understanding timing. You are not fake for having boundaries around what you share. You are not playing games by recognizing that disclosure has consequences. You're being aware. And awareness is not deception. Because here's what nobody tells you. Men and women process information differently. What feels like intimacy building to you feels like information overload to him. What feels like honesty to you feels like pressure to him. This doesn't mean you're incompatible. It means you're different. And if you want to build something real with a man, you have to understand how his brain works. Not so you can manipulate him, but so you can stop accidentally pushing him away while thinking you're pulling him closer. Strategic privacy is not dishonesty. It's understanding that some truths are better discovered than announced. Some things need time. Some things need trust. Some things need proof of investment before they can be safely shared. You're not hiding who you are. You're just not giving someone access to your full story before they've earned it. So here's what we covered. 5 pieces of information that make men withdraw when shared too early. How much you like him. Your complete dating history. Your unprocessed insecurities. Your financial situation. Your timeline for commitment. Each one triggers something in the male brain. And now you know what. And now you know why. And now you can make informed decisions instead of confused ones. Because here's the truth I need you to take with you. Mystery is not manipulation. Timing is not deception. And some things are meant to be discovered, not announced. This is her psyche. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to show you what he's thinking so you can decide for yourself. If this gave you clarity, subscribe. Next video. The exact signs he's serious about you versus just keeping you around. The difference is easier to spot than you think. Drop a here if you've shared too much too early and watched him pull away. You're not alone. And now you understand why. Your rewiring starts here.